Going to come clean. This here is one of the best request videos ever. This here is my favorite candelabra, and it's also AJ Jackson's favorite candelabra too. So yeah, I'm very excited to make this video, and there's also more information about this now, like more past, just information from the past, So yeah, and this also has a real name instead of the first Nashville Candelabra. So yeah, he wanted me to only look and talk about this one. Though you really can't talk about the Nashville Candelabras without including at least the candelabras. The mast, the red and white mast that stands on the other side of the road, like you can leave that out if you want or not, but I recommend you guys to keep that one in if you guys are going to make a video of these towers one day. So yeah, all right. So this here is my favorite candelabra tower. It's like 13,000 feet tall. So yeah, when I seen the main Foreland Tower, I was just like, holy this tower is even taller than both the Nashville Candelabras. Holy So yeah, this is pretty nice looking. So yeah, it's just I like the look of this candelabra, like the candelabra piece on it, So yeah. So we're going to start off with what it looks like now. I guess you can say like what this is what it looks like now with like one or two antennas now. So this is what it looks like. This here is your average candelabra. It's very nice. Why'd I have a little silent pause there? It's kind of weird. I just ran out of things to say. This here has like 4 or 5 sets of beacons. This here has box strobes for day and red strobes for night. It has just in case if Merzen or somebody else. I need to stop the video. Sorry for the inconvenience. My mom and sister came back home, so yeah, I was making the video in the living room because I can't make it in my house. Well, just in the living room. I meant to say I can't make the clip you just seen. I couldn't make in my room with closed door, with my door closed. Because my cat. I had to watch my cat when I'm home alone when she's out as well. Because she might scratch the couch, and that couch is too new to be scratched by a cat. So yeah. So yeah, but at least we're back, and before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, my man beat cancer. What a good doggo. Okay, so this has I don't really remember how many sets of beacons this has. I'm pretty sure it has like 4 sets of box strobes and red strobes and a dual strobe on top. So that's like 5 sets of beacons. I tried to find that out. Though the video quality was so low and I couldn't amp it up because my phone would completely glitch out and slow down and stuff because yeah, it would just buffer. So yeah, I decided to just guess like 4 or 5 sets of beacons. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it has like 5 sets of beacons. So yeah, the first set of beacons is just one beacon on top, which is an FH324 with it's an FH324 from Flash Technology. It's a dual strobe, shines white at day, red at night. It's just it's a very simple beacon. So there's that. And then the other 4 sets of beacons, if it has, yeah, I'm pretty sure it just has like 5 sets. So yeah, we just got done with the first set. The other 4 sets of beacons are what I just said like twice. Box strobes and red strobes from Flash Technology, and just in case Merzen or some crazy tower, some crazy beacon collector that likes to that likes to call their beacons by their names. Honestly, like you know I'm just just in case that they come into the video and point out how these nicknames for these beacons are horrible, I'm going to call them by their names, I guess. Like, this is not a thing that I like doing. So yeah, it has like 4 sets of FTB 205s, and 4 sets of FH307s. Yeah, there it is. And then the FH324 on top. So yeah, that's its beacon setup. So yeah, I seen this shine white most of the time. I would see this, though I did see it at night a few times. Um, Back in 2015, me and my family, along with some um, friends. Yeah, some friends. We all went to Florida. So yeah, I got to see these 2 towers. So this is the first time I ever seen both Nashville candelabras at night, along with the mast too. I got to see all 3 towers at night. I remember I was in my friend's car because we're friends. We hang out. What do you think? So yeah, while we were driving, we were getting close to Nashville, and I told my friend's mom, like, "Hey, there's 2 towers I want to see. Alert me when we're going to where we're going or going through. Like, I didn't know the city name was. I didn't know what the city name was back then. So I think she immediately known that I was just talking about Nashville. So yeah, she thought I was talking about that Batman AT&T tower in downtown Nashville, because it has 2 antenna towers on it. But I was talking about the candelabras. Eventually, I seen 2 towers with multiple sets of beacons, one shining white, the other shining red, along with a mast too. So that's 3. But they don't like I seen that there's like the top beacon on 2 of these mysterious towers were they're farther spread out. Like, they weren't in the middle line like where all the other beacons are. They're like out to the left, right, whatever. I was just like, wow, those towers look very cool. I wonder what they look like at day. Um, we had a traffic jam, and the traffic jam was right next to the towers. Eventually, I got to see both of them, and I was just like, "Holy crap! It's those towers! Holy crap! I, I, it's those towers! Holy sh!" I didn't think I was ever going to see them at night. Like, that's very nice. Yeah, that vacation we had a lot of traffic jams. So much that when we reached Nashville, it was already dark, and we're not that far away from Nashville. Like, it's a few hours, like 3-4 hours, I think, from Raleigh to Nashville. So yeah, it was already dark, but I believe we started driving not in early in the morning, but like somewhere later in the day, maybe. I don't know, probably after lunch. So yeah, got to see those 2 towers. So yeah, so that's its beacon setup. It's a beacon setup it currently has right now. I hope, though I haven't seen it since uh, in person. Though I did see it in a video after the Florida arc where I got to see the towers at day and night. So yeah, there it is, and everything. Like, there's all the information of it, and, all of the current information, like the stuff that it already has. It also has like 1 or 2 antennas on it. Like, they replaced the antenna they replaced one of these antennas, or removed it. Maybe they replaced it, I don't know. They did something. They took it off the tower because it kind of failed. So yeah, I don't know if they replaced it or if they just removed it for good. So you know, that's nice, I guess. Looks cooler without the antennas, really. So yeah, That picture there where it's antennaless, that was from like 2001. I'm pretty sure that was when the second one was being built as well. So yeah, the second Nashville Candelabra is what was built in 2001. Don't know when, but I would like to know which day of which month it was built. That would be nice, I guess. So, um, there it is, and there it is, and all that stuff without its antennas. AJ Jackson says it looks even cooler without its antennas, and I can definitely see what he's talking about. Like that is pretty cool. So, yeah, so there's that. And I when he showed the picture of both the candelabras and stuff, like back in 2001, I was just like, I wonder if you know, at least the first one used to have a different beacon setup back then. So I asked if it used to have different beacons other than the box strobes, red strobes, and dual strobe. Well, uh, AJ Jackson told me that it used to have modern incandescence. When he said that, I was just like, just modern incandescence, just modern incandescence. That I hope it had modern incandescence and box strobes back then. This tower did not have a cursed beacon setup back then, and does not have a cursed beacon replacement. No, no, no. He said that it had box strobes and modern incandescence back then. So yeah, very nice. Had box strobes back then, and yeah, box strobes and modern incandescence. And he also said it had a 308 and a modern incandescent on top, though there was no antenna back when it had it, so I don't know what that would be used for unless if it had another antenna. So yeah, I forgot that there's information down here, so we're going to read this. The Trinity Tower, yep, that's its name. The Trinity Tower originally had box strobes with modern incandescence and an FH308 and modern incandescent at the top, but it now has box strobes and FH307s with an FH324 at the top. For some reason, in the first picture, the early 2000s picture, the tower didn't have its antennas, possibly because of a modification. There are videos on YouTube of John Hiddish climbing the Trinity Tower a couple of times because its new antenna would burn out during the winter times, you know. And I believe its antennas had to be replaced again because one of them failed. Today the tower is no longer owned by Trinity Broadcasting, but is now is owned for WUPX and DTV. To be honest, I like the Trinity Tower better without its antennas. Yeah, I can definitely see what you're talking about, AJ Jackson. If I'm able to buy the tower someday, I'll give it FH0. Is he trying to bring back the box strobes, the box strobes and incandescence? I'll give it FH08 beacons. Oh, oh, just FH08s. You know, that's I don't like to disagree with people, you know, especially nice people like the other tower enthusiasts I know of, but boy, oh boy, like if this only had FH308s, or well, if he's really going to if he really is going to add if he's going to if he really is going to do this one day, if he buys it, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. The towers shine white and red for its entire life, I guess. And, you know, like, this thing requires box strobes, too, because FH308s on a tall tower like this, they won't be bright enough for day. At night, you would see them, but at day, you won't. That not that good. You guys are probably just like, then why didn't they just add box strobes and a red strobe on that antenna? You know, like the tallest antenna on the tower, instead of like instead of a dual strobe. Well, probably because it looks brighter, and when you're in a plane and stuff in the air, and maybe that's the reason why. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about it only having FH08s. That would be a curse replacement because it has white and red beacons now, and he's going to replace them with white only beacons if he buys it. So with one of them shines red at night and the other one only shines white. I don't want to break that duel. You know, I would I would rather keep it the way it is now. How one shines white at day and red at night, and the other one just shines white and just white and white only. So yeah, but I have a feeling LEDs are eventually going to break that because back then, um, back then, tower owners they wanted their LED replacement beacons to match the old beacon that their towers used to have. Mostly, though, there are some examples with incandescents and white and red LEDs. But you know what I mean. Like they always try to match the beacon. Like if a tower had some sort of red only beacon back then, they would give it if it had if it has a red only beacon, they would give it a red only LED. If they gave it, I mean, if it has a white only beacon, they would replace it with a white only LED. And then if it had a dual strobe or some beacon that shined white and red, they would replace it with a white and red LED. So yeah, back then they used to do that. Today's world, today's time, like they don't even care anymore. It's shining red now. Oh, let's just get an LED day mode, night mode, white day mode, red night mode, white only beacon. Oh yeah, get an LED, white and red. Then white and red. Just get that. Like that's still normal. But the other two, they're not. I guess I've seen it a lot. Like for some reason, people don't care about wanting them to match anymore. Like, if the second candelabra got its box strobes and FH08 replaced by LEDs, I can definitely imagine them. I can definitely imagine the LEDs not being white only. I can definitely imagine them being white and red police light modern LEDs from Dialight. Yeah. So yeah, there's all the information about this tower. Um, I'm still wondering how AJ Jackson got information about its old beacon setup and how he known that it had these beacons and back then, like box strobes, red strobes, FH08, and no, I meant to say box strobes, incandescents. So yeah, like I need what he has. Like it would be so nice to know the old beacon setups of TV towers, like in the 90s or 2000s or something like that. Like I want to find out if the second candelabra always had just box strobes and an FH08, or if it had other beacons back then. Maybe, I don't know. I forgot to tell you all. The tower does shine red at night, but as of now, I believe Dexter went to Dexter Railing Fan Production. I'm pretty sure that's his channel name. He went to Nashville, and he got to see both candelabras, and he showed something. He showed both of them shining white at night. So yeah, the Trinity Candelabra wasn't stuck in day mode. It was literally in a night mode. It's box strobe night mode. So yeah, I asked him about it. He said, "Oh yeah, it's like it's malfunctioning right now." At night, he said at night the box strobes would go to their separate night mode that they were built. They're built-in night modes, and the dual strobe, he said, it would shine. It would still shine red, but it'll shine red fastly. Like very fast. So yeah, that he basically he's saying that it has a rewired dual strobe now. Its dual strobe is rewired. I don't know if that's fixable or not, but hopefully it is because I don't want that to be permanent. Even though that would be kind of cool, I want it to stay the same and how it always was, like how it is. Well, I mean how it was when I seen it all those times. So yeah, I don't know if it's still doing this right now or not, but it's been shining white, and it's been shining mostly white but red at the same time because of its dual strobe. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Like it's I think that'll be very cool to see at night. Just two candelabras, one shining white fully, and the other one shining white too. But its dual strobe on top is shining red on day mode too. Like day mode red, like a rewired dual strobe. So yeah, hopefully it's not doing that anymore because then the owners will probably want to replace them with LEDs. And like I said before in the beginning of the video, you can't just make a video of the Nashville candelabras without talking about and showing off both candelabras. So yeah, so we're going to move on to the legendary second candelabra. I don't know if this has a name, like the Trinity Tower's name is the Trinity Tower, or its new name, I guess you can say. So yeah, there's that. This here is the second Nashville candelabra. This here is the one that only shines white. So yeah, I already talked about both these before, but we got new information about the first one. This one, the tower itself, there's no new information, but the tower next to it, we have some information that might be true. Maybe, I don't know. Hopefully it's not because you guys won't like it. But the information about this tower is bad. So yeah, second candelabra. This here has 4 sets of box strobes I seen. Like in the video, the quality might have been low because my internet is trash, but I seen that it had 4 sets of box strobes and a FH08 on top. So yeah, it has that. So 5 sets of beacons, just like the other one, I guess. I guess they're both the same. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, has FH08 on top, and then the other 4 sets of beacons are just box strobes. They're the same box strobes as the other one. They're FTB 205s from Flash Technology. So yeah, there's that. Um, I I really hope this really doesn't get LEDs because like I said earlier, this is probably going to get white and red LEDs if it gets LEDs. This tower, like I don't want it to have a red night mode. I want it to have a white night mode for the rest of its life because that's just what I grew up with. All the times I seen it at night, which is like only 3 or maybe more times, it's shining. It's been shining white. I don't want I don't want any changes with the beacon setups and stuff like the colors. Yeah, mainly the colors though. When it comes to beacon replacements, that sucks, but it's just something I have to accept. It's the same and stuff. Like if this got LEDs, it would be white and red. The white, like the dual isn't ruined because it's colors and stuff. But, you know, but just don't change the colors up. Don't change the colors up. Like don't get this white and red LEDs because that'll be weird. So that's really everything I know about the tower. Yeah, there's very limited information about this. Though, this is called the WCTV TV Transmit Tower. Yeah, it's just a TV tower. That's its name. So yeah, here's the news about the smaller tower next to it. As you can see, it has box strobes on it. So yeah, there's that. If you guys don't remember what I said about this, I said it had two sets of box strobes, and it also had a cone strobe and modern incandescent as its last set of its last set of beacons below. Like, they're right below the last set of box strobes. Just two sets of box strobes and a cone strobe and LED. Yeah, there's a drone video of these towers, and the last shot of that in that video was the shot of those beacons on this small tower. So yeah, it has the strobe and incandescent beacon set up basically. Sadly though, they don't work. They don't work whatsoever. So yeah, they've been shut off probably because there's a much taller it's just a so much taller tower next to it. So yeah, um, so it'll be kind of useless to still have its beacons on this tower working and flashing and stuff while there's another tower taller than it that has more beacons and stuff than this. So yeah. So here's the bad information, the just horrible information we got from this tower. H.A. Jackson says that the tower was taken down a month ago. So yeah, the tower's dead, I guess. So, yep, it's gone, I guess. Though it is from Antenna Search, and in Antenna Search can be wrong a lot, like Antenna Search can lie about some crap. So, yeah, there's that. When I go to Nashville, hopefully, I'll find out if this tower's still alive or not. I really hope it's still alive. But as of now, Antenna Search is saying that its status on Antenna Search is demolished. So yeah, let's just hope that the tower's still around. Even if its beacons don't work, it's still a cool tower. Like, um, it has two sets of box strobes, a cone strobe, and modern incandescent too. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So there's that. There's both towers. So yeah, there it is. That was the Trinity Tower, Trinity Candelabra, and its brother. So there's that. See you all later, and bye.